Hey guys, it's NightWolf from Nerdy Geek Talk. Coming at you with episode 4.5 of Movie Mania. So, we do already have Movie Mania 5 recorded and almost done editing, but we're having some technical difficulties with it, so it won't be uploaded for a little while. We're gonna upload it as soon as possible. But meanwhile, we have episode 4.5. Not only is it me, Nightwolf, the host, but we also have Erimus Prime with us.
Hey guys.
So, this video is all about the future of Marvel and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not really comics at all, because I haven't been keeping up a lot, and my comic book store has actually just been moving, but I will get to um make it there tomorrow to their new location. I'm really pumped because it's a bigger, better location. It should be awesome. So let's get right in. So we're gonna be talking about stuff that can slash will happen after Phase 3. Not only the cinematic universe, but this is counting the TV universe and like Netflix series and all that good stuff. So the first thing is, will Marvel get Fantastic Four rights back from Fox? It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have now Fox has basically killed any chance of Marvel wanting to make a movie of them because
They've
it
done it 3 times, and every
failed.
one of those 3 times has been very, very bad. Never has it done well.
But what comes along with the Fantastic Four rights is Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer, and most importantly, Galacticus. And
Yeah,
so,
Galactus. So it would be really cool if Marvel got these back, and the reason why they would want them back, the reason why they would want the Fantastic Four rights, and why they have a chance at getting them, is because
they have the rights to all
yeah,
the
because
video
those
games and toys of X-Men,
yeah.
which
So
Fox is
Fox
blowing up with.
wants the rights to make video games and toys of X-Men. Marvel would want those characters, Galactus and Silver Surfer and Doctor Doom mainly. So they would get the Fantastic Four rights. Now, how they would get these is either they'd strike a deal and give Fox the right to make the toys and stuff,
In video games.
or they would just wait for, since Fox just pulled off Fantastic Four 2,
Because
um,
no one wanted it.
yeah, since they pulled that off, if they don't make a movie in enough time, it's just they lose the rights. It goes right back to Marvel. So Marvel might not make the deal. They might just wait for them to just give up because it's been really bad for them. Or they could strike a deal, but I have a feeling that they don't want to give Fox the right to make the toys and stuff
Because that's a
because
lot of money, and especially because everybody's super excited about the new X-Men stuff that's coming out, and so people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I want those toys. I want that video game," and so Fox has no control, and they don't get any money from that,
hmm
which kind of sucks for them. But Marvel probably doesn't need to strike a deal with them because I don't think Fox will make another. And like Galactus, Silver Surfer, and like Doctor Doom, and like other properties of the Fantastic Four, Marvel definitely wants, but it's obvious they don't need them because Marvel has a lot of characters. They just got Spider-Man, and it's they just don't need them right
they
now
have a battle plan per se of what they're gonna do, and
without them.
they don't have them in that plan because they don't have the rights to them at the moment.
And
So
so, I'm a little worried that they could make it not very good if they get them and put them in the movies. Like they could make it kind of like shoehorned in. But I'm not that worried. I think it would go fine. Worst case scenario, the entrance would be like awkward and not very good. But I think they'd fit right into the universe.
I doubt they're gonna do it though because Fantastic Four is literally like ruined. The general public, their perception of the Fantastic Four is bad movies.
Yeah.
So even if they made a good one, it'd be pretty hard to sell the public on it because they just haven't ever seen a good Fantastic
hmm
Four movie.
And I think at least I was hoping that the new Fantastic Four movie from the trailer and stuff, I wasn't like super pumped, but I was like, oh, maybe it's not gonna be terrible. And they just let fans down again, and I think it's the last time fans want to be let down, especially if they tried to make a sequel in the continuity, because people don't like that Fantastic Four, and if they made a sequel of it, people would just be like, oh, it's probably going to be the same crappy stuff, and it probably wouldn't be any better.
It's also it like at the same time though, Fox isn't bad at making superhero movies. Their X-Men, they've got it nailed. Everyone loves their X-Men stuff.
Deadpool
And
looks good.
Deadpool is looking really good. I'm honestly, I don't want to jinx it, but I don't see what they could do at this point to make it go wrong. From what I've seen,
Mhm.
it's all looked really good. I haven't seen anything I could say negative yet.
The worst they could do is make it just okay. They have a lot of opportunity. They have a lot of opportunity to kind of be self-conscious and like make fun of themselves and Marvel and stuff. And I think really the worst they could do with it is just not make fun of them enough, or like just not be self-conscious enough and like not make fun of themselves, because like that's kind of what he does, Deadpool does. But I mean, even if they don't, it still looks like it'll be a great movie, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, which
So
I didn't even realize that's getting close. It comes out in February, so 3 months,
yeah.
almost 2 months, because we're almost into December now, as of this recording at least.
um so it depends on when you're listening to this as well.
Yep.
So all right, so they're probably gonna do some sequels to solo movies like Captain Marvel, Inhumans, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. They're almost definitely gonna make.
Yeah, for Phase 4, like
Um,
they don't have. I don't think they have any official plans out there for Phase 4. But yeah, we could probably expect Guardians of the
mhm,
Galaxy. We might expect an Inhumans sequel if that goes well.
mhm.
Um,
The
like you said,
Star-Lord
Captain
solo
Marvel.
movie,
Yeah, there
maybe.
may be a solo movie for even or even like Rocket Raccoon and Groot. They could get their own movie.
That
Like
would be really cool. But I mean,
who knows?
it'd be a little out of place. But I mean, if it, I don't know what they're doing in Phase
Either
Four,
way, I have a
so it could
feeling
just
they're
fit
gonna
in.
go cosmic.
Yeah,
Um,
so that's the next point. That after Phase 3, they almost have to go cosmic. I mean, the TV shows can definitely, in the Netflix series, can definitely stay on Earth and deal with the small stuff. Like Daredevil, he's probably not gonna go cosmic. It'd be really weird if he did. But the mainstream cinematic universe, they're bringing in Doctor Strange. They're bringing in. They have the Guardians of the Galaxy already. They have comic or they have Captain Marvel. And I don't. If they didn't make it cosmic, I would be very disappointed, because they would have all these cosmic characters and be on Earth, which would be kind of ridiculous. But I they have Thanos that's gonna be in Infinity Wars, so I mean I think they basically have to go cosmic.
Honestly, though, I think that Thanos after Infinity Wars Part 2 is gonna be gone. I think that he'll be done.
Hmm.
Like I think he's. It's all been leading up to Infinity Wars with Thanos. You see him all the time, and it's just leading up to that. So I think he's gonna be. I think they're gonna beat him in the Infinity
Hmm.
Wars Part 2, which would be a very good reason for Marvel to get the Fantastic Four rights so they can have Galactus, because that's the only thing I could think of for them to do afterwards after Thanos. I mean,
Hmm.
there are other
I
things,
mean,
but that's the
there's
thing that I
so
would think would
much
do better.
stuff in the comics. I mean, of course you can find someone else. Galactus would be the next big cosmic figure that you would probably bring in after having somebody like Thanos be have a huge build up and then have the Infinity Wars movies. Um which I don't think I think they're going to be really good, cuz I don't see how they could let us down with Thanos after all the build up. They have to have something like awesome awesome planned. So, another thing that came up is that they could do a reboot, maybe, if after
Yeah,
like
they could not
Infinity
necessarily even
Wars.
like a full reboot, but like other characters taking up the mantle, like someone else becoming the next Captain America, someone else becoming the next Iron Man. So it'd still be in continuity. It wouldn't be like a complete reboot, but it would still be, you know.
Hmm. I mean, after Infinity Wars Part 2, it very well could be like a almost reboot. Like they could definitely kill off some characters, have some new characters take up the mantle, like have the kid from Iron Man 3 or whatever it was, become Iron Man or something like that. Like how it's heavily rumored that Winter Soldier is gonna become uh
Captain America.
Captain America. And so they could definitely do something like that with a lot more characters, like with Iron Man. Um, I don't know exactly any off the top of my head, but Avengers Infinity War Part 2 is the last movie of Phase 3. So I'm guessing they're planning something big to start out with in Phase 4 because after that big of an event, you have to change some stuff otherwise it'd be like it never happened. Like you have to kill off some characters otherwise afterwards it's going to be the same universe and nothing would have happened.
Which, by the way, for those of you who don't know the phases, we have already finished phase 1 and phase 2.
We are in Phase
We
3.
are I
Well,
don't think
entering.
we're about to enter
Well, I
phase
think
3 with no, I think Civil War's the first one.
Ant-Man, I
No,
think.
Ant-Man was the finish of
Are you
phase
sure?
2.
I thought
Yep.
I heard Ant-Man was
No, you can look it up. Civil War is the first one.
All right.
I think there might even be an Ant-Man sequel in phase 3, but I could be wrong about that.
No, it's not in Phase 3, at least not
I
that I know. I know they're
thought there was.
making a sequel. I'm not
Well, then it should be in phase
I'm
3
not
because they
sure.
haven't announced anything for phase 4. They haven't even said there was a phase 4.
Oh,
But phase 3 is getting started with Captain America: Civil War, which is when's that come out?
uh,
April? I'm
just a
not sure.
second, I have it. May 6th
May. Yeah.
next year. So also the trailer did drop. We totally like analyzed it and stuff in Movie Mania 5, but sadly we still don't have it up because we are having technical difficulties. But once we get it up, I'll put the link in the description of this video. But of course, it's not going to be up when we upload this video.
We'll also put the link to the trailer itself in the description below because if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
You need to. It's awesome.
So another thing I was thinking, they could bring in the multiverse to the cinematic universe after Phase 4, because that would be a cool thing. Do I think they would do it? No, because they're bringing so many characters from just like Earth 616. I mean, technically, the cinematic universe is like a different universe in the multiverse, but they are bringing in a lot of characters, and for them to do like an ultimate universe or something crossover thing would just make it like confusing for um regular moviegoers,
I
like
mean,
not just.
it could be like the final. It could be sort of like the Infinity Wars, like where it's just smashing everyone together for the big finale for the next phase of Marvel. But yeah, like NightWolf said, I just don't see it as being that likely.
But something that I think could be possible. Again, do I think they'll do it? Probably not. Would it, if they did it, it would be totally awesome. If they did at least like an like an alternate universe or like the ultimate universe in a Netflix series or like a TV show. Because technically, it wouldn't be breaking the continuity; it'd just be in a different universe, which Marvel has. So it would be acknowledging that the Marvel multiverse does exist in the cinematic universe, which is kind of confusing if you're taking the cinematic universe as being a Marvel multiverse, but that's just really crazy. Um, but there could be multiverses involving the cinematic universe, which would be kind of crazy. But they could have a Netflix series like all about Ultimate Universe characters like Miles Morales and stuff like that, which would be really cool. Um, and I know a lot of names have been thrown around for good people to play um Miles Morales. Personally, I think Roshan Fagan. I butchered that name. I don't know how to say it. Um, I'm terrible, but he's from like Camp Rock 2 or Camp Rock the movie. I don't know. He looks like he could definitely play Miles Morales though. He's got a good mixed racial background like Miles Morales. Um he was a Disney actor, I'm pretty sure. Which I think that would be cool. I think he'd be a good role for that, which could definitely be cool. Phase 4 also could definitely bring more characters in from the comics.
And it very well could have original characters. Is it likely? No,
No,
but
it's not as it's very not likely that they would bring in like original characters not from the comics. Um, I don't think they should either. If they did that, I think
I mean they can only rehash old stories for so long before people need new stuff. So I mean they
they
will
cannot.
have
But
to create
th-
original characters eventually
not
at some point.
necessarily. They can always bring in
But
new
you
characters,
can't
more
just you can't
characters.
just rehash it over and over. There will be a point where you've made a movie
You
for
can
every
make the
superhero.
I don't think that day will come. If you know how crazy Marvel Comics is, you can't.
I mean, I do know how
Uh,
crazy Marvel Comics is, but I'm just saying that they're gonna keep making superhero movies for way longer than we live. So
then
they are. If you doubt that,
anyway, another thing that um has been heavily rumored is that Moon Knight is getting his own Netflix series. I'm almost positive this has not been confirmed, but he should definitely get one, and if he doesn't, I will be very disappointed because he is definitely too dark to be in the cinematic universe. That'd be like having the Batman in DC come over to Marvel because Avengers are not heavy films.
I mean, there is the Winter Soldier, and
Yeah, but I
so
mean,
that is
uh,
rare, and it's probably how Civil War is gonna be. But again, it's
they would
very rare for
and
Marvel to do that.
and they
So
wouldn't bring Moon Knight into the cinematic universe, but he could definitely have his own um
TV
TV
series,
or
Netflix series.
Netflix. Um, the two main people that I think should play him are Alex O'Loughlin. I'm not sure if that how you say it. He's from Hawaii Five O. He plays Steve McGarrett. Um, I think he could totally play him. He's like a rough. He plays a pretty serious guy. Um, I think it would be very cool, and he has like a good voice for it, and the voice is the main part because he just basically has to be a muscular guy and have the right voice. Because Moon Knight has is usually either Mr. Knight or Moon Knight. In both of those costumes, his face is completely covered, so he just has to definitely embody the character with his voice. Um, his face, of course, would be seen, but it wouldn't be a huge part. Uh, really, because he spends so much time as that. Another one. Um, that I could definitely see playing Moon Knight would be Julian McMahon, something like that. I don't know a lot about him. I was looking around for characters that I thought could be him. From the looks of it, he looks like he could do it. He kind of looks like Alex O'Loughlin. But I mean, he could. I think he could pull off the role. So that could definitely happen. So that's all we have for today's episode 4.5 of Movie Mania. So it was lots of fun. You may have noticed that we haven't been keeping with our schedule very well. That's because we kind of took a Thanksgiving break, kind of. And so for the next probably like week or so, our schedule will be a little bit off. We'll probably be posting more content in the next days though, because we'll kind of be catching up. But I mean, it's not gonna be a huge thing. So like I said, I'm gonna be stopping at the comic book store. Probably not tomorrow, because I'm probably gonna publish this tomorrow from when we're recording it. So I'm probably gonna stop at the comic book store today, maybe. And so we're probably gonna be starting a new. I don't want to call it podcast, but like a video series that we're gonna call Random Reads. And so it's basically we get a random um comic book issue that's new. Right now I'm not planning on doing it with old ones cuz that'd be kind of weird, but some new comic and read it, not having a general idea of the universe, but like not following that series. So like if I was like following um the Spider-Gwen or whatever it is. I wouldn't do it on that. I would do it on a series that I'm not following. That's like an issue that's just kind of random. And so I'll tell you what I think of it, what I think of the art and all that stuff. Um, so thanks for listening, guys. You can check out our main page for all sorts of nerdy geeky articles at nerdygeektalk.wordpress.com. The link is in the description, along with all the other websites. Oh, something I forgot to mention. On Movie Mania episode 5, we have a new guest. Not really guest, though, because he's probably going to be
Our
regular.
new member. Yes.
Yeah, he's a new member. He is the Red Phantom, and so you'll definitely be seeing, but really hearing from him a lot more. And we also have a few other members that we're working on getting in our latest content.
They should be within the next week. I think we should have recorded content with them coming out. But
probably Cyber Talk and maybe
Cyber Talk, maybe
Versus.
Versus. It depends, but we're still working on finalizing a schedule. We may have to change our schedules in order to work with our new team members since we have acquired like 3 now, I think, and it may go up.
We made our schedules right before we started collaborating with more people and bringing them on the team, and so we're gonna have to work with them on our schedules. So our content might not be super regular again for a while, but I mean, we'll try to publish basically one of each podcast every week, or at least every other week. Like maybe Versus or Movie Mania might be every other week. But right now, I don't think it'll be every other week. For mainly every podcast, we're gonna try and do every week. The day probably won't be the same for a while because we have lots of colliding schedules and stuff. But yeah, so you can check out my NightWolf's website for exclusively Marvel Cinematic Universe news and theories at marveltheory.wordpress.com. Again, the link is in the description. And tell us where we can look at your articles, Erimus Prime.
Oh yeah, tftalk.wordpress.com. You can check out my Transformers articles that I write.
Yep, and that link will also be in the description along with our Facebook page. So make sure to like and follow us there. And again, if there's any content you want us to talk about, or new subjects that we don't talk about a lot, just let us know and we'll try and get that to you. We are working on audio series, several series.
Plural. There's
Yeah.
2 in production right now.
One is a Marvel one, and another one is a Transformers one.
And if you like Beast Wars, you'll like it. If you don't like Beast Wars, you'll still like it. But
Yeah.
if you like Beast Wars, you'll get what a lot of the references are.
Marvel, if you like their kind of post-apocalyptic scenes and stuff like that, you'll definitely like the audio series. And even if you don't, you'll still like it because it's gonna be awesome. So that's all we have for today. Thanks for listening and watching, guys. Bye.